across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the New York Jets. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store, as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You look at this Colt defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Now it's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kwity Paye in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Wow, what a gutsy call. If you're the defense, opening drive, you just got the stopper, at least you think, and then boom, right back on the field for more.
It had the feel of something that they had planned for all week long. Hey, first drive of the game, let's be aggressive, let's go get it. And now defensively, they've got to be writing notes to themselves. In practice, work on fake punts right out of the gate, because that was really unexpected.
The Jets at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Here's Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And now Nick Folk. His career long, 56 yards. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. It'll be a gain of 17, and an Indianapolis first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Back to Taylor on first down. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball on both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Second and 10. Downs going in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Down the left sideline. And all the way down to the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideout. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Running left, it's Hall. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Rodgers going to go on fourth down. He got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Folk. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Fighting his way through contact. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They go play action with Richardson. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Jets will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
The Jets on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. In motion right is Osborne. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to get this all the the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run it with Hall off the option. And able to get this to the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Hall again on 2nd down. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jamal Agnew. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have taken the lead. Folk connects on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Downs going in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Here we go.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. They give to Taylor out of the gun. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Richardson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Taylor Muse with it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And check down, complete to Hall. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. In motion right is Wilson. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now 21-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And the Colts first down.
Richardson off the play fake. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do...
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. The former third overall pick, Quentin Williams there to bring him down.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Richardson to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now Richardson over the middle, complete. It's Taylor. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Richardson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Tanner Muse with it. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And the Jets are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Calling a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now 2nd and 9. Richardson going to change the play here. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. Calling a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because
because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On third down, here's Richardson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The tackle there by John Johnson.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Richardson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Paul on a give up the middle. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
At the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Richardson back to throw it. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw. This one completes Alec Pierce. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a couple. Richardson looking to throw this. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. First target, first catch, and a first down.
To Kendrick Bourne. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On play action, now Rodgers. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers going to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A give running right is Hall. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 141 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. They'll run with Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Back north.
To throw is Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Okay, break.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Stop low, 18. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
79 Broncos.
First down.
Looking to throw. Richardson. Open man is Bourne. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up
Okay, ready?
2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Back to throw. Richardson. This pass left side to Downs. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Richardson on the bootleg here. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
He'll let one go deep for Downs. And my goodness, another interception. John Johnson with the INT. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Paul again. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 7. Straight ahead is Hall. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 168 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Give to Hall running right. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. A handoff for Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. There's a nice move. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hall. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them. But all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by John Johnson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here.
So it's a victory here for the New